All right, so children are always going missing for various reasons. Yeah, they're either getting kidnapped. Don't always think it's to do with them going hunch. That's not always the case. Yeah, that stereotype definitely needs to change. Yeah, especially when it comes to black children. Like you don't say that about any other demographics of children. Yeah, so let's cut that crap out. Yeah, whether they're a teen or whatever or young children. There's various reasons why they go missing. Like I said before, some of them actually get kidnapped. I remember, yeah, this is what's so mad about life, yeah. I remember this was not so long ago actually, yeah. There's two things I want to talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about is the other day I was just literally going for my walk, doing my day and whatever, because I've got to go for my walk and complete those steps, innit? But anyway, so yeah, so cut a long story short, I yeah, like was it I'm pretty sure it's their parents. I don't even know. All I know is it's the adult. I believe he or she was on the phone, right? And they had one kid next to him or her, and then they had another two kids behind them. And I was like, yo, this is how kids go missing. Like that's immediately just thought in my head because someone could easily grab their children, and yeah, the kids may scream, but at the same time, that's how kids go missing. You're not watching them. Like, look, when I was growing up here, my foster mom would always tell me and my foster siblings and that, like when we were walking on the road with her and stuff like that, you know what I mean? She would always say, walk in front of me. Go where I can see you. Even when I play out, you know what I mean? Go where I can see you. That it's as simple as that. Like it may sound simple, and you may think maybe that's difficult. I don't know. Me personally, I just think it's simple to make sure that they're in front of you. And okay, yeah, in some cases you could be like, that some kids can go get kidnapped because when they're in front of them, but at the same time, I would believe that the chances are very, very slim if they are paying attention. And I'm saying paying attention because nowadays we have smartphone devices. So if you're on the phone, technically, sometimes if you're trying to concentrate on the conversation, guess what's going to happen? Your concentration is lapsing because you're focused on that, but you're not really focused on your children or you're not focused on the children that are walking with you. So like it's a bit of a mad one, but you have to do certain things. And then there was another video I saw. This was like probably a couple of years ago now, but it was more of an experimental type of video. And they were in a park, and I probably will react to this. I don't know. Probably will, probably won't. I don't know. But anyway, they were in a park. Mad thing is, yeah. Imagine they're on the bench. The parents were on the bench, and the kid was just playing, and then whoever did an experiment, they came out of nowhere and they grabbed the kid, this, that, and the third. They just showed how easy it was for kids to get kidnapped, even if you're sitting on the bench watching your kids. Do you see what I mean? Like I can't remember the specific thing and how they reacted. Like there was a few of them they did in terms of that in that one video. Maybe I should do a reaction video to it so you can understand exactly what I mean. Yeah, but that's just kids going missing on that side. Another thing is kids also run away from home. Unfortunately, that's the case. They run away from home for whatever reason. You don't know what they're going through. Like this is why you need to be very vigilant with what you're feeding them, because what you're feeding them. I'm also talking about what you're feeding them in terms of the information you're giving them. Yeah, in terms of helping building up their self-esteem and maintaining it. But that's one thing. But also another thing is, what they're seeing in their everyday environment. They may not want to be living in that situation, so they want to run away. Another thing is they may be getting bullied in school, so they want to run away. Another thing is like there's mad levels to it. Like I think they could just have eaten a type of food that alters the chemicals in their brains that make them think in a certain way or react in a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. There's food that affects your mind, and listen, you need to understand how this works. I'm telling you, you need to be very, very careful with what you're feeding children. But and then another thing is, yeah, there is another side of it of maybe they're going, OT or going country, whatever you want to call it. There is that side of it too, because some kids get groomed into doing these type of stuff. So there are levels to it. There's so many various reasons why kids go missing. Yeah. The key though is we want to look at the preventions and we will look at solutions to this type of problem. The one thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do a video on it separately, yeah, so you can understand the depths of it. But there's different levels of why kids go missing in it, so that's why I want to do it separately. But one thing I will say is, if you click the link in the description box below where it says become a member of the Thealkebulantrust, you get access to online courses such as parenting. In that course there, that's exactly where you're going to learn exactly how parenting actually works. Because learning how parenting actually works is very key. It's a fundamental. Yeah, it is absolutely key. Yeah. Now, you may say you're a good parent, you're this and that, but there's no harm in upping your knowledge, upping upping the knowledge on how it works, so you become an even better parent. You see what I mean? Because ultimately you want to do right by them and you want to make sure they don't go missing. So, you know what I mean? So, click the link in the description box below. You get access to the online courses to do roles and relationship there and then, alright? But other than that, got anything we'll react to next, we'll do a video on. Leave that in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification because you never know the video you suggest might just be next.